A lake rain will be developing, and we'll also have some gusty winds from time to time. We'll have some gusts over 30 miles per hour. So just be ready as you head out the door. Have that rain gear handy, especially if you're in the lake effect areas that typically see snow. We're talking about rain for today, but those areas are going to see the highest potential for rain over the next couple of days. So changing conditions going to be with us as we go through the next couple of days here. We are looking drier as we head towards the weekend, which is good for any outdoor plans you might have. As far as rain, though, the next 7 days, most of this is going to fall in the next 48 hours or so, and totals are really going to vary drastically depending on where you are. Areas further south and away from any of the lake activity could be fairly dry, but areas just east of Cleveland, where we typically see the highest impacts from that lake effect snow, we could get well over an inch over the next couple of days here, and that's again rain, not snow. We're not talking about snow just yet. We do have a little bit of cloud cover, but we're mostly dry around Cleveland for the time being. 45 degrees right now, southwesterly breeze at about 14 miles per hour. Those temperatures are not going to improve much as we go through the day. We've got an area of low pressure off to our north, so this is going to keep us pretty locked in with the clouds, cool temperatures, breezy winds, and it's rainfall as well on and off as we go through the day. So far this morning, not a ton to speak of as far as rain. It's kind of just offshore to the north and really most abundant out towards areas towards Buffalo right now with that wind. We are going to get another wave to kind of move in and develop as we go through the rest of the morning here and head towards lunchtime. So far, we've had just a couple of light sprinkle showers, especially across Lake County. But again, much of that is just offshore at this point. We'll work on changing that as we go through the rest of the morning with that National Design hour by hour forecast. The clouds stick around. Rain will become more abundant as we go through the morning and head towards lunchtime. So those showers will start to set up, and once we get that to kick off, it's going to stick with us on and off as we go through the day. So rain will be around for some areas for that evening commute. Again, a lot of this is just going to depend on your location. Everyone will have the clouds and the cool temperatures, though we're just going to struggle in the 40s for much of the day ahead. Into the evening and overnight hours, we get some good bands to set up, and that can mean some very heavy rain downwind of the lake with temperatures still in the 40s tonight. We could still have some gusts over 30 miles per hour tonight, and then we have similar conditions that set up for tomorrow. Lots of clouds, temperatures in the 40s, and we are going to have some more of those lake effect bands that set up and really stick with us on and off as we go through much of the day. Temperatures also do not improve too much for tomorrow. Might be able to pop up into the low 50s, and that's probably about as good as we're going to do as we get into the second half of Thursday. We're also going to have the potential for some of this rain to stick around Thursday night and into Friday. At least some lingering showers could be possible Friday morning before we work on improving through the day on Friday. That pushes us towards the weekend. I think we're looking mostly dry for Friday night football at this point. The weekend has kind of been a changing forecast. We do have some cloud cover around, but we're watching rain off to our southwest. Right now, it looks like much of that rain is going to stay off to the south, so that should mean a drier forecast for us as we get into that Union Home Mortgage forecast. Again, cool and struggling a little bit for the next few days here. We improve through the day on Friday. Weekend is looking all right at this point. We will have a little bit of cloud cover around, but we should be mostly dry and temperatures at least a little bit better. We're in the mid-50s for both Saturday and Sunday, so not too bad in the grand scheme of end of October.
For us, we're going to have windy weather and wet conditions. That's going to be the big weather impact into tomorrow, and check it out over the next several days. Brisk, chill, and dare I say, it's going to feel like the 40s much of the day. Tomorrow feels like it is going to bring a wind chill factor into the area with winds that will gust up to about 35 miles per hour. Hang on, it is going to be sort of a rough day tomorrow with the cloudy skies, wet conditions, and ongoing rain chances. Bus stop forecast in the morning, lower 40s, showers on and off, and that shower threat will continue into the afternoon with highs upper 40s to near 50 degrees. All part of this area of low pressure that's already pushed a cold front well east of us. Now we're seeing some moisture wrap around that area of low pressure, and these are actually pure lake effect or lake enhanced rain showers. They're just going to continue to drift off of Lake Michigan. Lower Michigan, northwest Ohio going to be in line for passing rain showers over the next 24 to even 48 hours. Doppler radar, a little more sensitive version, indicating some additional rain up there toward Hillsdale, Lenawee County. Much of the rain is going to be steadier north of the Ohio Turnpike, so keep that in mind. Farther north you are, the more likely your chance of rain over the next 24 hours will be. We're continuing to drop back into the low and mid 40s overnight tonight. We're currently in the upper 40s for many areas. And radar and satellite picture did have some gusty winds that actually came across the area today. Look at this, few reports of some winds gusting 40 to 50 miles per hour across northern Ohio as that secondary front came through, and really some dramatic images that came in. Rare rare mammatus clouds that were detected right here in northwest Ohio. These are sort of pouch-like clouds that are descending air currents out of a thunderstorm that's departing. This one from Kat Wells Harding. Appreciate that photo. And we had numerous pictures. And look at this, some of the best mammatus clouds I've seen. Jessica Herr sent this into me right in between Fostoria and Tiffin a little bit before 6 p.m. and out toward the lakeshore, where we had some winds 40 to 50 miles per hour. Didn't this just sum the day up? Seems like darker clouds one moment, blue skies and sunshine the next moment. A great picture from Julie out there toward the Lake Erie Islands. Rest of the night tonight, some occasional rain showers are going to be more likely tomorrow morning up across southern Michigan and lakeshore areas. So north of the Ohio Turnpike, still going to be a cloudy, breezy day and very gloomy skies. Additional afternoon showers will kick into the area. Will continue into Wednesday evening and likely into Thursday as well. Some showers tonight, damp and breezy, 43 the overnight low. Highs are going to struggle to even reach 50 tomorrow. We're going to spend much of the day climbing through the upper 40s. And our 10-day forecast, cloudy skies on Wednesday, showers going to be on and off. Lingering showers into Thursday. 54, then frosty conditions Friday morning and Saturday morning. I suspect that frost will be widespread Saturday, upper 50s for the weekend, low 60s early next week. And then another system toward the end of that 10-day forecast brings highs in the 50s through the end of October.
In fact, as you're starting your day off right now, you can see we do have temperatures that are in the mid to upper 50s or 40s. Wishful thinking, right? But you factor in the wind because we do have a breeze out there. You probably saw Amy out there dealing with that, and hopefully she's nice and warm. But because of that breeze, a lot of spots feeling like we're in the upper 30s to low 40s at this hour. As we go into the next couple hours, that's really going to drop. Because you can see we stay pretty consistent with the winds all day today. So whenever we have a wind, that adds the wind chill factor. Basically what happens is when we have wind, our bodies start to lose heat quickly. Stronger the wind, faster the body loses heat. It feels even colder the stronger that we have with the winds. So we start to get some gusts upwards of 20 to 30 miles per hour. That's going to make it feel 5 to even 15 degrees lower than where we're at. But you can see in the next 12 hours, we are going to have a lot of clouds in the forecast and temperatures really aren't going to change that much today. So if you're cold right now, you're probably going to be chilly for most of the day today. Unlike the last couple of days, we're pretty far below average, which you typically should be in the low 60s for this time of year. But we're going to have some breaks in the clouds. Again, we may see some stray showers. I was mentioning that earlier. I think most of us, though, will stay dry today, but they will be brief if they do happen. As we go into the forecast for Wednesday, for example, here you can see by 6 we are expecting to still have some clouds. Most of the rain today with this system is staying to the north. So maybe you are traveling or have family and friends up in the Cleveland area, Toledo along the lakefront. That's where majority of the rain will be concentrated for today. As we go into tomorrow, you can see a little bit more sunshine. Again, maybe a stray shower or two. But it is going to be even colder as we go into the mornings the next couple of mornings. In fact, I talked about that frosty alert for Friday morning, and you can certainly see why. Temperatures will be in the mid-30s. That's in the city. So some of our more rural spots could actually hit or go below that freezing mark. So we're going to be watching that pretty closely. No alerts issued just yet. Those are normally issued about 24 hours in advance. So likely as we go into tomorrow, we'll see some frost and freeze alerts. We'll make sure to get those right away. But it is going to be a slow climb as we go into the weekend. You can see overnight temperatures stay in the 30s for several mornings. And then we really don't get back above average until we go into Monday of Tuesday next week. Tuesday is also when we're looking at our next change of rain.